G'day everyone, just doing a quick update on the fish room. I have been pretty busy, lots of changes, a few different ideas. So all these tanks on this side I've started to empty, hence they're looking pretty ordinary. I've stirred them all up today as I've started catching fish and started emptying them. They were all pretty basic tanks anyway. There was no live plants in them, there was no substrate. There was obviously some driftwood for bristlenose and things like that, which are bred in ridiculous numbers, so they were obviously happy because everything's bred in everything. All these tanks up the top, I've just about emptied them all now. I think they're all emptied, so I haven't even looked at them. I'll empty them all out. But yeah, I'm moving everything over, so the chili antlers, I don't even know what's in there, just young albino bristlenose that we bred. I've moved a heap of fish out of there. I think there's L397s in there as well. Don't see them too often. Some Corydoras down there. Just caught a bucket of guppies out of that tank. Baby Julii Corydoras in there, growing. That's the one thing I have bred well. Obviously these albino bristlenose have just bred in unbelievable numbers. Literally they're everywhere. But these tanks have all kind of been a bit destroyed by me today, so it's probably the worst time to show them. Or the baby Julii. I just caught a heap of guppies out of this tank as well, so I've made a bit of a mess here, but as you can see, they're everywhere. I think I bred about 40 from the first lot of eggs I took out, about 40 hatched. The rest, probably the eggs went a bit yucky. This little tank's back full of babies as well, of the Julii, so I've emptied this tank out today. We've still got a few stragglers to catch and a few peppermint bristlenose to catch. Yeah, most of these tanks I've grabbed out some of the good fish. Golden tiger antlers, I've still got to catch all them out. Bits and pieces, like I said, there's plenty to do there. Well, it won't be happening now since it's back to work. But yeah, these will be all... I've got tubs up there to put baby fish because I'm trying to separate some. But these will be tanks on here. This will be tanks on here. Eventually those reptiles will all leave that room. There's a heap of cages around the corner. That'll all be going, and that's going to be my little office with just a few random tanks. Everything will be coming over to this side so I can move all the tanks from the other side, put the wood under them, tidy them all up and clean them all out and start from scratch. So ordered some lights on eBay and didn't look what I was ordering, and they're bloody pink. So yeah, copped some grief over that, so they'll be going, but for now they're good enough. Lots of chili antlers. These things, anyone wants to breed something easy, they don't stop. Blue eye lemon bristlenose, pretty cool under the pink light, looking good. No lights down here yet. I have ordered a heap, so waiting for stuff to rock up, but there's more chili antlers in there. These tanks are empty at this stage. Blue Mickey Mouse and blue tuxedo platies by the millions. They breed like flies. But this pretty much is the look I'll be going for in every tank. I'm going to run the 2 air filters. I'll have just a small layer of gravel. I'm going to have a pot in every one with a plant, and obviously if I've got bristlenose in them, they'll get a piece of driftwood. And these are the albino firecracker swordtails. Pretty awesome actually. There's a male and a few females in there. There's a male and a few females in there. So very nice, and same thing, I'll just kind of just getting it set up now. There is some fish in there, but they're red tuxedo platies, but I don't think they want anyone to see them. Try and sneak around the side. There they go. With a light on there, they're actually really nice. I don't mind them. They're basic, they're cheap, but they're cool. What do we got in here? We've just got our black bar antlers. It's just a young group, males and females. There's more black bar antlers in there. I believe these are blue jet antlers. They've had a few little babies, like everything. Those tanks of fish are still yet to come over. Fish are yet to come over into them. Red lace antlers in there have had babies. They're quite nice. The male's quite pretty. Just a random yellow guppy in there. They've got babies as well. Do eat their babies a bit, these ones, but if they hide in that basket, they'll be safe. German white guppies are breeding. I haven't had these long. Unfortunately, a few were sent to me that, like that girl there, that probably just shouldn't have been, but yeah, at least 2 spuds in there, but the rest are looking nice and they've bred already, so hopefully get my next generation that are used to my water and so forth. Orange guppies, nothing spectacular. These are just a few oranges. I bought a few orange males and a few random orange females and put them together and see what they look like, but it wouldn't be coming out any better than the parents, I wouldn't think. There's a few blue neon guppies. These are pretty cool. Under the light, I haven't got a light on here, but when you put the light on them, they're bloody, yeah, they're bright as. They look awesome. They've had babies as well, which you might be able to see up there. They'll duck in that white container if the adults try to eat them. Blue double swordtail guppies, and yeah, there's probably 30 or 40 babies in there. They're everywhere. They're bred like flies. Blue Moscow guppies, same thing. The girls just drop constantly, and they don't eat their babies, or very, very few, as you can tell. Tank's just got out of control by only a couple of pairs in there. And very similar with the black Moscows. This is all the young and the one pair that it started. So, so there you go. So that's them. A few empty tanks. So these bottoms ones will all be shrimp. So they're the coldest tanks in the room. On the bottom, sit around 20 degrees, I think they are. This room's heated with a split system. So it's just pretty much 25 degrees in here all year round. So the tanks all sit around that 22, 23 mark, which I find to be pretty much spot on. Everything's breeding, so must be reasonably happy. But yeah, so there's plenty of work to do. I'll start again next weekend. But man, my quality pink lights, awesome, wicked. So yeah, they'll go. I've got more white lights coming, probably similar to, I'm not sure what they are. These lights over here I got from Bunnings, but some are white, some are a bit dull. These are the tubs that I'll be setting up. I've got filters for them all. I've just got to run the air line through there, down into these bad boys, and I can put some babies in here instead of letting the tanks they're just getting overcrowded. So yeah, I'll do that. But yeah, that's how it'll go. Only 2 tanks per shelf. These shelves are rated to, it says about 600 kilo a shelf, but I wouldn't expect them to hold that weight. But with the board on there for extra stability, it seems to do a pretty good job. Confident they'll be alright. Been using them for a while now and I haven't had any issues, touch wood. But yeah, that's pretty much the room. Once it's all full, it'll look pretty cool. Once these guys are all cleaned out with the board on, these will all be empty and the other side will be full obviously, but then I'll start feeding new stuff into this side, new lights down the middle as well. It should all look really good. The only thing I've got left to move up here is golden kois, and they've got bucket loads of babies in there as well. These are just the little Kmart tanks, these ones, which got me out of trouble when I moved house. So about 5 months ago now, moved house and had a lot of tanks to move, and yeah, it was a nightmare. So these 2 shelves were thrown together very quick, hence why there was no wood. There was not a lot of thought put into it. They would just slap bang, get water in there, get fish in there, and hopefully they handled the move, and most did. So but yeah, so the room will be obviously hold 12 2-footers. The middle here will probably be 2-footers in here, so another 6 there. That end might just be tubs all the way, I reckon, not sure. Obviously there's another 12 2-footers on the other side. There's a heap of the smaller tanks there, 50 centimetre ones, the bottom 2 rows, 30 or 40 centimetre ones there. Then this rack, all this stuff will go, obviously. This will probably just be 2-footers again. And then out there, I'll have my office around the corner, and we'll flick probably a few 4-footers in there. I want to try and grow a heap of like the aquarium plants. I would like to get into that a little bit and try and have plants in every tank, but then grow a heap as well, and see how we go. Anyway, it's all an idea, but yeah, that's pretty much what a finished tank will look like. Maybe a smidgen more gravel to go in there, but trying to keep them pretty basic so they're easy to clean. Light over every tank, plant in every tank, and yeah, that's just baby crystal nose that I've bred and growing up. I think I've got about 300 spread across all the tanks. I've sold some, but I've been a bit too slack, and yeah, if anyone wants Bristol nose, yell out. Come and take some. But yeah, I'm hoping to breed these guys. I reckon they're pretty cool. Very bright. Under the lights, they just, yeah, it's very nice. But I'd like to get some rams, different varieties of rams. Once I've got the spare tanks and a few of the, the Apistogrammae, I've never kept them. I want to keep some of them. So I'm just gonna, yeah, and obviously shrimp all the way along the bottom. Got red shrimp breeding on the other side really well, but I've lost most of my yellows, most of my greens, so I'll start again. Nothing else, no other fish in the tanks. It'll just be shrimp only, real basic, no water changes, or minimal, just top-ups. The bottom tanks don't lose a lot of water in this room. The other tanks evaporate, obviously because the heat in the room, as you work your way up, they're topped up regularly. Those bottom tanks are barely touched, so they'll just get small top-ups, which will be good for the shrimp. Hopefully that works. I am no professional, this is just a bit of fun, and we learn by our mistakes as we go. But yeah, that's it, ladies and gents. Hopefully the next video it looks a bit better. I should have done a video before I went and caught about 100 fish today and destroyed just about every tank in sight, but that's nothing unusual. I generally don't do things right the first time, so I'd say we live and learn, but I probably won't. But yeah, other than that, everyone have a good night, and I'll see you all later for another update, maybe in a few weeks. Gotcha. Cheers.